along, and we're doing the laws of Tefilin. You were worried about that.
Oh, yeah.
So it says, right, we Sephardic, we first wrap ourselves in our talit. Then what do? Put on the tefillin. Now you should meditate and specifically have intention before you put on your tefillin. Why am I putting it on? Because according to the Bach, if you don't do this, it's like you didn't do the mitzvah. It's very important, according to one of the big commentaries on the Shulchan Aruch, on the tour. He says that you should do this. He says you should have intention that I'm wearing. You know that tefillin has 4 different parchments, parshas of the Torah in it. You know that? Mm-hmm. The 2 parshas of Shema and the 2 parshas of Kadishli that God took us out of Egypt. Mm. And we have to give our firstborn to Hashem in this. Mm. So it says, basically, what is the symbolism of tefillin? When you put it on your hand, across your heart, it means, and you put it on your, right, your real eye is the vision of the mind. So you're saying that you believe that God took us out of Egypt and He's still taking us out of our personal crises in Egypt. Like God is not like Obama playing golf now, or Trump, right? God is. The Ramban actually says it very crystal clear. He says you have no portion in the Torah, you have no place in the club of Judaism if you think there's random things happen just by coincidence. It's all because of
through the grace of God.
Hashem is a master designer and master supervisor and master controller.
Of course.
So that's what you're putting. You're saying with all your mind, intellect, and all your heart and all your action, you believe that there's divine providence. Just like God took us out of Egypt, He could take us out of Egypt now and bring Mashiach. And God can do any miracle. And there's only one God. And He has the jurisdiction in the heavens and the earth to do whatever He wants. And therefore you should serve. Your mind shouldn't be a wild mind. I think all these outrageous different things. Your mind should be in the service to what? Know its creator. Because our neshama is in our mind. And then the lower level of neshama, ruach, is in our heart. The heart is all the source of the different desires we have. And he says tefillin is making our body holy. That Rambam says this, that we should a little bit not indulge as much. It's the same thing as Brit Milah. That's why each one of these mitzvahs are a symbol of, Judaism. Nusach beracha, that's the second halacha, says lahaniach nikud kamatz tachat. So you have to say lehaniach tefillin. You understand? That's the bracha.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of people say it wrong.
Lehaniach.
Yeah.
چجوری میگن؟
Some people they pronounce it wrong.
دوباره بگو.
Lehaniach. Kamatz. Like the T, the one that looks ha. Lehaniach tefillin. So he says, after you say the bracha, you should start wrapping. Now, most people are right-handed, so what do they? They wrap it on their left hand. And where do you need to wrap it? It's very important. On the apex of your muscle. When you make a muscle, on the apex of it. Usually it's at least like 3 fingers after the, what do you call this? It's like the opposite of your ankle, the indentation there of your,
then
you have to like put at least 3, and then you put it there. A lot of people put it on wrong. Your tefillin is not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be here. It could tilt a little bit to come to your heart. It's not supposed to be here,
Yeah. And
some people say, when I as a rabbi I try to fix it for them, say, oh, who cares? Your heart should be pure. But he says this is like our antenna to God. Rav Eliyahu Lapian says, it's like a radio. If it's not on
I
the
like that. Sharosham hairline.
the Sharosh, like my hairs are, a lot of it is gone. But where your hairline used to be, it starts going back and back and back till there is no more hairline. But yeah, where your hairline, basically where the baby, when it's born, like first few months, it's soft over there.
Yeah.
Because it's showing that actually Torah should complete our knowledge of.
Wow.
So it's like, has to be between your eyes and definitely not on your forehead. Like it should start, the maximum it should come is up to your hairline.
Yeah.
So it says, "V'sarich la'anicha mimatatua kula b'chatzi hamifrak hatachton hasamuch la'atzil v'lo lemala mize v'yichruch saviv." Like I said, v'yachrich saviv hazoher. We do 7 wraps because the half wraps we don't count. Because the first, you understand, the first one that you go around is like a half a wrap, and the last one also is considered like half a wrap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We Sephardic, we do this while we sit, by the way.
But Sharosh, you should stand, no?
Yeah. So after you do you wrap the 6 on the hand, then you stand and you put on the Sharosh. Oh, there's tefillin there. Bring it to me. A lot of people I saw, they do this wrong. Right there in that corner. Tefillin, you should hold the main box. I'll show you right now. It says, Sephardic, we only say 1 bracha, by the way. You know that. Lahaniach tefillin. We don't say 2 brachas. That's also another mistake. But this is what I wanted to do. When you take your tefillin out, you should put it like this on your head. Not like hang it like this.
Hold it by that, yeah.
You this is what you do. When you take it out of the box, you put it like
right there, like that.
This is considered for it to be dangling like this.
Disrespectful.
That's not good. And I can't believe some people, they do it like that. It's not right. We may use it again. Let's let it.
Wait, Rabbi. So you make the shin here. You make the shin on your bicep, and then you go 3, 4, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says the So when he says the tefillin of the head, you put on standing. You have to stand up. And like we said before, that where you need to put it. We explained that already. The mitzvah, it says it's a big mitzvah if your neighbor or other people in shul have it in the wrong place to correct them. That's why it's also a good gift. Some tefillin nowadays, actually, the newer ones, over here they have a mirror.
Oh, really?
So you could always look at it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the new gold and silver ones. They, because sometimes if they're not good, sometimes they tend to shift, especially if you don't have a good haircut and your hair is long.
Yeah.
They slip. So it's actually constantly, it's a mitzvah to check they're in the right place and kiss them. Because it has many, it's a very holy object. It's like a Torah. Miyad lachar mikan, he says after that, right after you put on the head, you finish wrapping the ones on your middle finger. So the way it works is that the first one you do here. He says, Rishona beperek emsai v'shtayim beperek akrov lekaf hayad. The first one you do here in the middle, and then the other 2 you do here. Like it's like this. You understand? So 1 here, and then 2 more bottom, more towards the palm of your hand. Now, it says, important thing, that when we wrap it around the middle finger, we say v'arastichli leolam, v'arastichli besedech u'mishpat, v'chesed v'rachamim, v'arastichli be'emunah v'yedat et Hashem. He says a watch, you don't have to take it off when you wrap around.
Really?
Yeah. He says if you want to, it's above halacha. It's like being pious. But actually, I saw the chief rabbi of Israel, Rav Yitzchak Yosef. I was praying to see his father, Rav Avadia. He didn't take it off. So ever since then, I don't take it off. Especially my Fitbit, I like to cowboy. It's very important when between you put your tefillin of your hand and head that you shouldn't talk.
Right.
Because the bracha is going on what? On both. Or you shouldn't check a text message. Because the whole idea of tefillin is that our mind and heart and action is all connected. But he says, even don't give tzedakah, even don't put the money in the charity. Don't get spaced out, don't be ADHD. Do this, boom baradim. And but he says, if you actually talk though, like somebody tells you hello, and then you answer him hello.
Don't worry about big.
No, you have to say in the second bracha al mitzvah tefillin, like the Ashkenazim.
Okay.
But I saw very important Ben Ishchai. He says you're not even supposed to answer Amen Yesha Barabah or anything between these two. That's how important it is. But if you answered Amen Yesha Merabah, you don't make a second bracha.
Really?
It's only if you answered something that had nothing to do with prayers. Okay? Okay, Chazak Baruch. We'll continue next week with the rest of the halakha.